Welcome. In a world full of noise, stress, and endless distractions, one of the greatest skills you can develop is the art of not reacting. Not reacting doesn't mean ignoring life or pretending you don't feel. It means learning to meet life on your own terms, with calm, with clarity, and with power. Today, we'll explore the ancient wisdom of Stoicism, a philosophy that teaches us how to remain peaceful no matter what happens around us. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to stop letting anger, frustration, and stress control your life. You'll learn how to respond, not react. And you'll discover the freedom that comes with mastering your mind. Let's begin. 1. Why we react. Have you ever wondered why certain things make you instantly angry or upset? Why a careless word or a small inconvenience can trigger a flood of emotions inside you? The answer lies deep within our minds, in the way we're wired to react. 1. Our brain's automatic response. Our brains are designed for survival. Thousands of years ago, quick reactions meant the difference between life and death. When faced with danger, our nervous system kicks into fight, flight, or freeze mode, a rapid, automatic response to protect us. But today, most of the things that upset us aren't life-threatening. They're daily frustrations, a rude comment, traffic jams, or criticism at work. Yet, our brain often treats these modern annoyances like threats, flooding us with emotions like anger, fear, or anxiety. 2. Emotional hijacking. When triggered, the emotional part of our brain, called the amygdala, hijacks our thinking. It pushes us into reacting impulsively before our rational mind has a chance to catch up. This emotional hijacking is why sometimes we say or do things we later regret. We lose control because our brain is prioritizing immediate survival over thoughtful response. 3. Why this is a problem. Reacting automatically means we give away our power. We become prisoners of our emotions and of other people's actions. Our peace becomes fragile, dependent on things outside of us. 4. The opportunity in understanding. But here's the good news. Knowing why we react is the first step toward freedom. If we understand that reactions are automatic and often unhelpful, we can begin to train ourselves to respond differently. So, in short, we react because our brain is wired to protect us, often without pause or thought. But this automatic reaction doesn't serve us well in today's world. The question is, can we learn to pause, reflect, and choose our response? In the next part, we'll explore the ancient philosophy that shows us how. 2. The core Stoic teaching. Now that we understand why we react, let's explore what the Stoics teach us about handling those reactions. At the heart of Stoicism is a simple but powerful idea. It's not what happens to you that matters, but how you respond. 1. Control what you can, accept what you can't. The Stoics divided everything in life into two categories. Things we can control. Things we cannot control. Our thoughts, beliefs, and actions, these are within our control. But other people's opinions, the weather, accidents, and many events, those are not. 2. Why this matters. This division matters because it focuses your energy on what you can influence. Instead of wasting time and emotion trying to control the uncontrollable, you learn to accept it. Imagine feeling calm in the face of problems because you know they are outside your control. 3. Your mind is your power. The Stoics believed your mind is your true fortress. You cannot always control what happens around you, but you can control your own mind. No one can force you to feel angry, sad, or fearful. These are choices, even if they happen quickly. 4. Practical example. Think of a traffic jam. You can't control the traffic itself, it's outside your power. But you can control how you react, rage and frustration, or calm acceptance and perhaps enjoying a podcast or music. 5. Wisdom from the Masters. Marcus Aurelius, a famous Stoic emperor, wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." The core Stoic teaching is simple. Focus your time, energy, and emotion on what you can control, your own mind and actions, and accept what you cannot. This mindset is the foundation for lasting peace and freedom from unnecessary anger or stress. In the next part, we'll look at practical ways you can start applying this today. 3. How to practice not reacting. Understanding the Stoic teaching is the first step. But how do you actually practice not reacting, especially when emotions run high? Here are 5 powerful, practical steps you can start using right now. 1. Pause before you react. When something triggers you, whether it's anger, frustration, or sadness, don't respond immediately. Take a deep breath. Count to 5 in your mind. This pause creates a small but powerful gap, a moment where you can choose your response instead of reacting automatically. 2. Ask, is this within my control? Before you react, ask yourself this simple question. Is this something I can control or change? If the answer is no, like someone else's rude behavior or unexpected traffic, it's a waste of energy to get upset. Accept it calmly and focus on what you can control, your own attitude and actions. 3. Practice negative visualization. This may sound strange, but imagine things going wrong, calmly and in advance. What if your plans get cancelled? What if someone insults you? By visualizing potential problems ahead of time, you mentally prepare yourself. This reduces shock and emotional overwhelm when difficulties happen, making it easier to stay calm. 4. Journal your reactions. At the end of each day, take a few minutes to write down moments where you reacted emotionally. What triggered you? How did you respond? How could you respond better next time? This self-awareness trains your mind to recognize patterns and develop better control. 5. Build resilience through voluntary discomfort. The Stoics practiced enduring small hardships, like cold showers or fasting, to strengthen their minds. When you choose to face discomfort voluntarily, you build mental toughness. This makes real-life challenges easier to handle without losing your calm. By pausing, focusing on what you control, preparing your mind, reflecting on your emotions, and building resilience, you train yourself not to react impulsively. Remember, this is a skill, like a muscle, and the more you practice, the stronger it becomes. In the next part, we'll explore the incredible benefits you gain when you master this art. 4. What you gain by not reacting. We've talked about why we react, and how to start practicing non-reaction. Now let's talk about what you actually gain from it. Because this isn't just about being calm for the sake of appearances. It's about building a life that's stronger, clearer, and more peaceful from the inside out. 1. Clarity of mind. When you stop reacting impulsively, your thoughts become clearer. No more clouded thinking driven by anger, panic, or stress. You see situations for what they really are, not what your emotions are trying to convince you they are. This clarity helps you make better decisions in business, relationships, and everyday life. 2. Emotional freedom. Think about how often we let others control how we feel. Someone cuts you off in traffic, suddenly they decide how your morning goes. Someone says something rude, and they get to choose your mood. 3. Respect from others. True calm is rare. People are drawn to those who stay composed under pressure. They trust you more. They listen more. You gain quiet authority. It's not loud. It doesn't shout. But it's felt deeply. 4. Inner peace. But when you don't react, you take that power back. You're no longer a puppet pulled by other people's behavior. You are free. This is what the Stoics really aimed for. A kind of stillness, not because life is easy, but because you are steady. Imagine going through your day with a sense of calm strength, not reacting to every annoyance, not losing sleep over other people's opinions, not wasting energy on things you can't control. That's peace. 5. More energy for what matters. Reactivity drains you. It steals your focus, your joy, and your time. When you stop reacting to every little thing, you gain back your mental energy. You can redirect that energy into your goals, your relationships, your passions, your peace. So, what do you gain by not reacting? You gain clarity, freedom, peace, and power. The kind of power that doesn't need to control others, because it comes from controlling yourself. And that is the foundation of a strong, unshakable life. In the next part, we'll explore how to handle people who test your peace without losing your calm. 5. When to respond, not ignore. Stoicism isn't about pretending nothing bothers you. It's not about ignoring injustice or letting people walk all over you. Sometimes, the right thing to do is to respond. But here's the key. Respond, don't react. 1. What's the difference? Reacting is emotional. It's instant. It's driven by impulse. Responding is thoughtful. It's chosen. It comes from calm awareness. Imagine someone insults you. Reacting looks like yelling back, storming off, or bottling it up with resentment. Responding might mean saying, "I don't accept being spoken to like that. If you want to have a real conversation, we can." It's clear. It's calm. It's controlled. 2. When is it right to respond? Responding becomes necessary when your boundaries are being crossed. Someone is being harmed, including yourself. A situation requires clarity, correction, or truth. Silence could be misunderstood as approval. The Stoics didn't believe in being passive. They believed in right action, not inaction. 3. Respond from wisdom, not ego. Before you respond, pause and ask yourself, am I calm? What's my intention? To help, to defend truth, or just to win? Will this response make the situation better, or just feed the fire? The Stoic way is to respond not from pride or anger, but from virtue, with honesty, courage, and self-control. 4. Sometimes, silence is the strongest response. You don't have to respond to everything. Some things are better left unanswered. Insults, online comments, pettiness. Silence is not weakness, it's wisdom. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, you always have the option of having no opinion. You can choose peace over ego. 5. Think long-term. A reaction might feel good in the moment, but a wise response creates lasting impact in your relationships, your reputation, and your own self-respect. So, no, Stoicism isn't about ignoring everything. It's about choosing how and when you respond. With clarity, with calm, with intention. You speak when it matters, and stay silent when it's wise. That's not weakness. That's power. In the next part, we'll talk about something we all face, slipping up. What to do when you do react, and how to get back on track. 6. Mistakes will happen, and that's okay. No matter how disciplined you become, no matter how much Stoic wisdom you apply, you're going to slip. You'll react when you meant to pause. You'll say something in anger. You'll take something personally. And that's okay, because you're human, not a machine. 1. Even the Stoics struggled. Marcus Aurelius, one of the wisest Stoic philosophers, was emperor of Rome. Yet in his meditations, he constantly reminded himself to be patient, to stay calm, and to forgive himself when he fell short. He wasn't perfect. He didn't expect to be. And neither should you. 2. Perfection is not the goal, progress is. The Stoic path isn't about never failing. It's about failing less often and learning faster. Every time you catch yourself reacting, you've just created an opportunity to reflect, to adjust, to grow. And that's real strength. 3. What to do when you react. Let's say you snap at someone, or get caught up in anger, anxiety, or blame. Here's what to do. Step 1. Pause. Acknowledge it. Step 2. Reflect. What triggered you? What could you have done instead? Step 3. Reset. Apologize if needed. Recenter yourself. Move forward. The goal isn't to punish yourself, it's to train yourself. 4. Compassion is a discipline. 2. Stoicism isn't cold or harsh. It's grounded in compassion, especially toward yourself. Beating yourself up doesn't make you stronger. Learning from your missteps does. So treat every mistake as a lesson. One more rep in the gym of life. 5. Daily practice is the key. The Stoics believed in daily practice, small efforts repeated over time. Morning reflection. Evening journaling. Gentle correction throughout the day. These little steps build a resilient, calm mind. Not overnight, but gradually, steadily, and with strength. So yes, you'll make mistakes. We all do. But each one is a chance to come back to your center, to respond better next time, and to keep walking the path with courage and kindness. In the next part, we'll look at how to stay consistent, even when the world around you is full of chaos. 7. The quiet power of self-mastery. In a world that celebrates loud voices and quick reactions, there is something quietly powerful about the person who remains calm, centered, unshaken. That's the power of self-mastery. Not control over others, not dominance in conversation, but deep, steady control over yourself. 1. What is self-mastery? Self-mastery means you govern your own thoughts, emotions, and actions, instead of letting them govern you. It doesn't mean suppressing your feelings. It means understanding them, pausing, and choosing your response with intention. 2. Why it's powerful, but quiet. You won't always see self-mastery on the surface. It's the person who doesn't take the bait in an argument, the one who listens more than they speak, the one who walks away with dignity instead of lashing out to feel right. It's power that doesn't need to prove itself. It speaks not with volume, but with presence. 3. What self-mastery looks like in daily life. You feel triggered, but instead of reacting, you breathe. Someone criticizes you, and you take the useful part, then let the rest go. You're stressed, but instead of panicking, you organize your thoughts and focus on what you can control. These small victories are the signs of a strong, trained mind. 4. The Stoics practiced this daily. Epictetus taught that no one can harm you unless you allow it. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment." They understood that mastery of self is the only true freedom. 5. Why it's so rare and so valuable. Most people live at the mercy of moods, impulses, and outside events. But when you train yourself to remain centered, you become a rare kind of person, someone others naturally respect, trust, and admire. Not because you dominate them, but because you've conquered yourself. Self-mastery won't make you louder. It won't make you more aggressive, but it will make you unshakable. And in a chaotic world, that kind of quiet strength speaks louder than words ever could. In the next part, we'll explore how to stay calm not just for your own peace, but for the people around you too. Part 8. The Ripple Effect. What happens when one person stays calm? When one person doesn't react with anger? When one person leads with peace instead of panic? It creates a ripple, a quiet influence, that spreads further than you can see. This is the ripple effect of self-mastery. 1. You influence more than you think. Whether you realize it or not, people are watching you. Your friends, your co-workers, even strangers. When you respond calmly in a heated moment, others feel it. When you choose stillness over shouting, people notice. You become a mirror, reflecting back strength, stability, and presence. 2. Peace is contagious. We often hear that anger is contagious, that panic spreads. But so does peace. When you remain calm in a storm, emotional or real, others feel safer around you. They breathe easier. They follow your lead without you saying a word. You become the anchor, the grounded one in the room. 3. Affecting your environment without controlling it. You can't control other people, but you can shape the energy you bring into a space, the way you handle conflict, the way you respond to pressure, the way you carry yourself. It all sends a message. I am not ruled by chaos. I carry stillness within me. And others, even if they don't say it, feel that shift. 4. What this looks like in real life. A parent who chooses calm over yelling teaches their child emotional regulation. A leader who listens instead of reacting builds trust. A partner who doesn't take everything personally creates safety in a relationship. It's not about being perfect. It's about creating a small circle of peace, wherever you are. And that circle begins to grow. 5. You change the world, one choice at a time. You may never know who your calm inspired, or how your non-reaction diffused someone else's anger. But it matters, because each time you choose peace, you give others permission to do the same. This is how real change happens. Not always through grand speeches, but through quiet example. So remember, your inner work doesn't just benefit you, it shapes the people around you. And those people shape others. That's the ripple. In the next part, we'll explore how to hold on to your calm when the world around you seems completely out of control. Part 9. Becoming unbotherable. Imagine this. No matter what someone says to you, you don't flinch. You don't react. You remain grounded. Not because you're numb, but because you've trained your mind to be unbotherable. That's not a fantasy. It's a skill. And Stoicism teaches exactly how to build it. 1. What does it mean to be unbotherable? It doesn't mean you're emotionless. It doesn't mean you never feel discomfort. It means you've built such inner stability that outside noise no longer shakes your peace. You stay calm in chaos. You remain kind in the face of rudeness. You respond, not react, because your emotions don't control you. You control them. 2. The root of being easily bothered. Why do we get offended or rattled so easily? Usually, it's because of ego, expectation, or insecurity. We expect people to treat us a certain way. We feel insulted when things don't go our way. We take everything personally. But the Stoics taught, the problem isn't what happens. The problem is how we interpret it. 3. Let go of the need for control. You can't control how people speak, or how they drive, or what they post online. But you can control your response. You can let go of the need to fix or change everything. That's when you find peace. As Epictetus said, it's not events that disturb us, but our judgments about them. 4. Train yourself daily. Becoming unbotherable doesn't happen overnight. But each time you pause instead of react, each time you breathe through irritation, each time you choose calm over chaos, you're strengthening that inner shield. Like building muscle, one rep at a time. 5. Signs you're becoming unbotherable. You stop overthinking people's words. You don't argue with everyone who disagrees with you. You no longer need to win every conversation. You stop giving away your peace so easily. You realize that your energy is precious, and not everything, or everyone, deserves a reaction. Becoming unbotherable doesn't make you cold. It makes you clear, focused, free. You no longer live at the mercy of moods, people, or circumstances. You stand rooted in something deeper, something unshakable. In the next part, we'll talk about the final goal. Not just staying calm, but finding true freedom through inner discipline. 10. Start today, one moment at a time, written in a calm, motivational tone ideal for a faceless YouTube video on Stoicism. Part 10. Start today, one moment at a time. After all the philosophy, all the practice, all the insight into self-mastery and calm, here's the truth. You don't need to become a Stoic master overnight. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to start. And the way you start is one moment at a time. 1. Don't wait for the perfect day. There won't be a perfect Monday. There won't be a time when life is fully calm or your schedule is wide open. The practice of Stoicism begins in the middle of life's noise. In traffic, during an argument, at work, at home. It begins now. exactly where you are. 2. Every moment is a training opportunity. You don't need big dramatic tests to build calm. Every small moment is a chance to practice. When someone interrupts you. When your phone rings non-stop. When plans change unexpectedly. When you feel triggered but choose to pause. Each of these moments is like a repetition at the mental gym. Each one strengthens your peace. 3. Set a simple intention each day. In the morning, ask yourself, what kind of person do I want to be today? Not just what you want to do, but how you want to carry yourself. Calm, patient, disciplined, kind. Then throughout the day, return to that intention. Use it as your compass. 4. Be gentle but consistent. You will slip up. You will react. You will forget. That's okay. Don't quit the whole path because of one mistake. Instead, pause. Learn. Reset. The Stoics believed in daily practice, not sudden transformation. As Seneca said, progress is not achieved by chance, but by working on yourself daily. 5. Over time you will change. You won't notice it at first. But one day, you'll stay calm in a situation that used to trigger you. You'll respond with wisdom instead of defensiveness. You'll feel the peace of someone who isn't easily shaken. And you'll realize that all those small, quiet moments of self-mastery have added up. You've changed, not loudly, but deeply. So start today. Don't wait for permission. Don't wait for perfection. Start with one breath, one pause, one choice to stay calm when it would be easier to react. That's how Stoicism becomes real. That's how peace becomes your way of life. One moment at a time. 11. The world will keep testing you. No matter how much inner peace you build. No matter how many times you choose stillness over reaction. There's one thing you can count on. The world will keep testing you. People will still be rude. Situations will still go wrong. Your emotions will still rise up when you least expect them. But here's the truth. That's not a failure. That's training. 1. Life is the arena, not the retreat. Stoicism was never meant for monks on a mountain. It was made for the real world. For crowded streets. For political chaos. For betrayal, disappointment, and hardship. The Stoics lived in messy times, just like us. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire under constant war and plague. Epictetus was born a slave. Seneca lived under the threat of execution. Yet they built peace from within, not by escaping the world, but by standing strong in it. 2. The tests are the path. Every challenge is not in your way, it is the way. When someone cuts you off in traffic. When your plans fall apart. When someone speaks to you with disrespect. That's your training ground. That's where the philosophy becomes real. As Epictetus said, difficulties show what men are. Not when things are easy, but when they aren't. 3. Expect the tests, don't be surprised by them. One of the most powerful Stoic habits is preparation. Before you start your day, take a moment to imagine. Someone will interrupt you. Something will go wrong. You will feel challenged. This isn't pessimism. It's mental readiness. When the moment comes, you won't be caught off guard. You'll be ready, not to react, but to respond. 4. You can't control the world, but you can train for it. You can't stop the world from testing you. But you can train your mind to meet those tests with grace. You can strengthen your patience, sharpen your awareness, deepen your compassion, and anchor yourself in reason. Each test is not proof that you're weak, it's an opportunity to get stronger. 5. You're not meant to be perfect, you're meant to be resilient. You'll still have days when you slip. But if you keep practicing, one moment at a time, you'll build something rare, unshakable inner strength. The world won't stop testing you, but eventually you'll stop breaking. So don't resent the tests. Welcome them. They're how you grow. You are not here to avoid life's challenges. You're here to become strong enough to meet them, calm enough to endure them, and wise enough to learn from every one. 12. The Stoic Legacy. Why this matters. Why does all this matter? Why go through the effort of training your mind, holding your tongue, taming your emotions, choosing peace when the world is loud? Because this is more than a personal practice. It's a legacy. You are continuing a tradition, thousands of years old. The Stoic path isn't just about you. It's about what you pass on. 1. You inherit wisdom, then live it. When you choose to practice Stoicism, you're not just being calm. You're picking up the same tools used by emperors, warriors, and scholars. You're walking the same mental path as Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus. They left behind journals, letters, and teachings. But they also left a challenge. Will you carry this wisdom forward and make it real in your own life? 2. This philosophy survives because it works. Stoicism has lasted for centuries, not because it's trendy, but because it's timeless. Why? Because the human condition hasn't changed. We still feel fear. We still chase status. We still get angry, anxious, and overwhelmed. But the Stoic principles, reason, resilience, self-mastery, they still help. They still ground us. They still bring us peace. 3. You are a link in the chain. Think of yourself as a link in a long, unbroken chain of human thought, from ancient Greece and Rome to now. And every time you choose wisdom over ego, respond with patience, face adversity with courage, you strengthen that chain. You become part of something bigger than yourself. 4. The quiet influence of living stoically. You may not write books or lead nations, but the way you live, calm, steady, unbothered, leaves a legacy of its own. You influence your family, your friends, your co-workers, even strangers who see your presence and feel your peace. That's the Stoic way. Influence not by force, but by example. 5. Why it all matters. It matters because peace matters, because wisdom matters, because being a source of calm in a chaotic world is rare and deeply needed. You're not just practicing philosophy. You're building a legacy of strength, reason, and peace that others will feel, and maybe, one day, carry forward too. The Stoics are gone, but their wisdom lives on in us. And if you choose to live this way, you become part of that legacy. Strong, steady, free. So, what does it truly mean to live with peace and power? It means embracing a life where you are the master of your mind and emotions, not a slave to circumstance or other people's actions. It means choosing calm in moments when chaos calls for a reaction. It means standing firm in your values, even when the world tries to shake you. It means understanding that your power lies not in controlling the outside, but in mastering the inside. 1. Peace is not passive, it's powerful. Peace isn't weakness. It's not avoidance or silence. It's a choice, a powerful, intentional choice. Choosing peace means choosing freedom. Freedom from anger, frustration, and regret. It's a power that quietly transforms your life and those around you. 2. Power is not force, it's self-control. True power isn't about domination or loudness. It's about self-control. It's about responding with wisdom rather than reacting with impulse. When you master yourself, you hold a strength that no one can take from you. 3. Your journey is ongoing. Remember, this isn't a one-time achievement. It's a daily practice. There will be setbacks. There will be challenges. But each day you return to your calm center, you build resilience. Each moment you pause before reacting, you grow stronger. 4. You're not alone. Thousands before you have walked this path, and thousands will follow. You're part of a timeless tradition of people seeking peace in a noisy world. And by choosing this path, you become a quiet light in the darkness. 5. Take action, one moment at a time. Start now. Choose one moment today to respond with calm instead of reaction. Breathe through tension. Reflect before you act. These small moments add up. And soon, you'll find that peace isn't just something you chase, it's who you are. Thank you for taking this journey through the art of not reacting. Remember, the world will keep testing you, but you have the power to choose your response. Live with peace. Live with power. And watch your life transform, quietly, steadily, deeply.